Okay, on the west side of the laundry, is there another transom light? I think that one's been decommissioned. On the west side of the laundry, right here, next to the primary bedroom exterior wall, this is the patio deck. We have a series of extension cords run in tandem to supply electric power to the patio deck. Like that. See, so water just gets right in there like that. You're not supposed to use an extension cord in a permanent application. Now you get this extension cord just laying on the ground. It's exposed like that. Okay, but this is the condensing unit video. That's what we're here for. Don't trip on this. Alright. The electric service disconnects are not supposed to be behind the units. This one probably is okay. So one to the larger one. This is 2.5 tons. This is 3 tons. I'm not sure exactly where they go. The south condensing unit, the smaller, the 2.5 ton one, it's not elevated a minimum of 3 inches above grade. Our coils are dirty. Okay, and this is the 2.5 ton system, and it's the R22. And what we're learning here is that this unit is 10 years old. They're both 10 years old. Here's the other data plate. This is the 3 ton data plate, and they're both 10 years old. This equipment is engineered on paper to last 20 years. It might last 30 years, but Las Vegas is going to give you 14 years. In this part of the country, these condensing units, that's about as long as we expect them to last. Okay? Now over here we got a rake edge, but over here we got a drip edge without a diverter, keeping water from crashing down on at least one of these condensing units. So we do not have a rain diverter. What else do we have, bud? Let's say 2011. This wasn't required when these were installed, but this is an energy consideration. This foam is no longer acceptable. Okay, we want a more rigid, a more robust foam, because this stuff cracks and peels and gets deteriorated, and over time it's going to look like more like that. Also, the Schrader valve caps, look that up in the dictionary, but the refrigerant service port valve caps, since 2015, they should be anti-theft caps, and that's a safety and energy type thing. So that's going to make the report. But again, the insulation and the caps were not required when this equipment was installed. Again, we do not have a rain diverter. We do not have proper clearance. We've got dirty coils. We've got one disconnect, at least one disconnect, that's improperly located behind the units. Okay, and there's our other one. And these are the covers. We're putting those back. And then these boxes should be sealed on 3 sides, the sides and the top, so that water doesn't get into your wooden wall system. So they should have been sealed like that. Not so much with the tankless water heater, because it actually has a bracket that holds it out away from the wall. It has its own provisions, so that doesn't apply to this guy, and he makes a lot of heat anyway. So we're not going to do that. But on these, they should have been sealed. We learned they should have been sealed, shouldn't be behind the unit. Wrong kind of foam. We do not have anti-theft Schrader valve caps. And we're missing a little foam over here. That's why we want that more robust stuff. See that? We're missing some insulation right there on the low pressure. Smaller unit, okay, 2.5 ton system, 3 ton system. 2.5 system doesn't have enough clearance. And don't trip.